Hello and welcome. Today we learn about immunity system. So immunity system is nothing but is a complex network of organs, cells and proteins that defends the body against infections. Immunity system protect from diseases, various diseases like bacterial, viral, fungal diseases. Various diseases will protect. Immunity means is the ability to resist or eliminate potentially harmful foreign materials or abnormal cells. Immunity can be natural or artificial, innate or acquired, or adaptive or either active or passive. Immunity system is a complex network of organs, cells and proteins that defends the body against infections. It eliminates foreign particles. It fight against foreign particles is called immunity system. Those system which fight against foreign particles, which eliminate foreign particles, foreign materials is known as immunity system. Simply, functions of immune system: it provides defense against pathogens, viruses, bacteria. Also, removal of dead cells, removal of dead cells. Then identification and destruction of abnormal or mutant cells. Identification and destructions of abnormal or mutant cells. Rejection of foreign gene cells. First, it gives the defense against foreign particles, foreign materials. Remove dead cells. Identification and destruction of abnormal or mutant cells. Rejection of foreign gene cells or other functions also immunity system. So first, defense against foreign particles, removal of dead cells, identification and destruction of abnormal or mutant cells, rejection of foreign gene cells. Types of immunity system: innate immunity system, adaptive immunity system. Innate immunity system, in that anatomical barriers, phagocytic barriers, blood proteins, also cytokinins. Innate immunity, innate means newborn. Natural immunity system, innate is also called as natural immunity system. Adaptive immunity system is adapted, like taken the vaccines. So this is the adaptive immunity system. In that adaptive immunity system, passive immunity, in that natural acquired and artificial acquired. Example, that is immune serum. Active immunity system, in that natural acquired and artificial acquired. Example, vaccines. So there have two types of immune system: innate immune system and adaptive immune system. Innate immune system means it is also known as natural or inborn or native immunity. So it is a natural, inborn or native immune system. Innate immune system act as a first line defense against foreign particles or entering any foreign particles or external materials. It consists four types of defense barriers: anatomical barriers, phagocytic barriers, blood proteins and cytokinins. Innate immunity system, simply it is also known as natural immunity or inborn or native immunity. Adaptive or acquired immunity, adaptive immunity that occurs after exposure to an antigen either from pathogen or vaccinations. So administration of vaccines, it can stimulate antibodies. This is the part of immune system is activated when the innate immune system response is insufficient to control an infections. So this is the adaptive or acquired immune system. Then cell mediated immune system or humoral mediated immune system. First upon we learn about cell mediated immune system. Cellular or cell mediated immune response depends on lymphocyte called T cells, which are located both the blood and the lymphoid tissue. T cells do not secrete antibodies into the body fluid, but they do not make antibody-like molecule that remain attached to the cell surface. So T cell doesn't synthesize antibodies. Antibodies have to neutralize antibodies that is to neutralize foreign particles. This sensitizes the T cells and recognize this antigen. T cells are primed in the thymus where they undergo two selection processes. So cell-mediated immune system depend on T cells. Cell-mediated immune system depend upon T cells. Then humoral immunity is mediated by antibodies contained in the body fluids is called humoral immunity. Humoral immunity or response is carried out by a special group of cells called beta cells. These beta cells are responsible for production of antibodies. Beta cells are produced in the bone marrow, mature and migrate into the lymphoidal organs, and they encounter antigens. So cellular immunity, it can occur due to the T cells is responsible, and humoral immunity system here beta cells is responsible for immunity. So immunity system is those system which fight against foreign particles or neutralize foreign particles or removal of foreign particles. Next, immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins is the antibodies. It is a immunoglobulins are a glycoprotein molecule that are produced by plasma cells in response to an immunogen and which function as a antibodies. Immunoglobulins are a glycoprotein molecule that are produced by plasma cells in response to an immunogen and which function as a antibodies. Produced by plasma cell beta lymphocyte producing antibodies, essential part of adaptive immunity. They act as a critical part of immune response by the specific recognizing binding to the particular antigens such as bacteria, virus and their destructions. So immunoglobulin is nothing but is a glycoprotein molecule that are produced by plasma cells in response to an immunogen and which function as a antibodies. There are 5 classes of immunoglobulins, that is IgG, IgM, IgA, IgD, IgE. When any foreign particles enter in body, the primary response shows that is IgM. Then IgM is a pentamer in nature. So IgG is a gamma heavy chains, IgM is mu heavy chains, IgA alpha heavy chains, IgD delta heavy chains and IgE epsilon heavy chains. So there have 5 immunoglobulins, which is this, that is IgG, IgM, IgA, IgD, IgE. Let's see one by one. Immunoglobulin G. So this is major serum immunoglobulin constituting about 75 to 80% of total immunoglobulins. So this is a major immunoglobulin constituting about 75 to 80% of total immunoglobulins. IgG is the only immunoglobulin that is normally transported across the placenta and it provides natural passive immunity in the newborn child. IgG is the only immunoglobulin that normally crosses the placenta and provide natural passive immunity in newborn child. So it protects newborn child. IgG participate in most immunological reactions such as complement fixation, precipitation, neutralization of toxins and viruses. Next immunoglobulin, that is IgM. IgM is the largest pentameric immunoglobulin with serum about 5 to 10%. First response formed in agglutination and opsonization reactions. So IgM is the primary response showing against foreign particles. Any foreign particles enter in body, the IgM suddenly react to that antigen and have to neutralize. So IgM shows the primary immune response. IgM protect bloodstream. You have to remember IgM protect the bloodstream. IgG it protect or it give the passive immunity to the newborn child, or IgM is it protect bloodstream. It is composed of 5 monomeric units held together by disulfide bond and polypeptide J chain that is connected by the heavy chains called pentameric. So difference you have to remember. IgG it only antibody that crosses placenta and give the passive immunity, and it protect newborn child, and IgM it protect bloodstream. Next immunoglobulin, that is IgA. IgA is the dimer and second most common serum, constituting about 10 to 15% of serum immunoglobulins. It found in tears, saliva, seminal fluid, urine, and colostrum. IgA provide the primary defense against local infections. IgA provide primary defense mechanism against local infections because of the abundance in mucosal secretions. Next, IgD. IgD is the present in the surface of beta lymphocyte, which are destined to differentiate into antibody producing plasma cells. It is a monomer immunoglobulins. IgD does not bind complement. IgD together with IgM may function as antigen receptor in the surface of beta lymphocyte for recognition of antigen. And last one, IgE. These are the immunoglobulin. It is present very low concentration. It is responsible for anaphylactic hypersensitivity reactions. It is responsible for anaphylactic hypersensitive reactions. Hypersensitive reactions means abnormal immune system response. Hypersensitivity. Allergens. Mast cells stimulate histamine and it produces allergic response. So that is one of the hypersensitivity reactions. So IgE is the hypersensitivity reactions create responsible for that. So there are 5 types of immunoglobulins: IgG, IgM, IgA, IgD, and IgE. Next one, some small point we learn about major histocompatibility complex, MHC. Major histocompatibility complex is a set of surface of proteins essential for immune system to recognize foreign molecules in vertebrates, which is turn determine histocompatibility. So simply it play an important role in to identify self and non-self molecule. Self and non-self molecules. Or it can recognize foreign molecule. Histo means refers to tissue and compatibility refers to living together. So major histocompatibility complex, it can recognize self and non-self molecule. Next we will learn about hypersensitivity reactions. Hypersensitive reactions are inappropriate immunological responses occurring in response to an antigen or allergens. The factor causing hypersensitivity are called allergens. Hypersensitive reactions are inappropriate immunological response occurring in response to an antigen or allergens. Both the humoral and cell-mediated arms of the immune response may participate in hypersensitivity reactions. Factor causing hypersensitivity. This is caused may be external factors introduced into the body from outside or intrinsic factors. There are 2 factors, outside the body and inside the body. Extrinsic factors and intrinsic factors. Another drug, penicillin sulfonamide allergy, aspirin, airborne particles, pollen grains, food, in that brinjal, strawberries, infection, organism, bacteria, virus, fungi, etc., blood transfusion, mismatched blood group transfusion. This is also causes or hypersensitive reactions. Symptoms of hypersensitivity reactions include skin rash, itching, fever, swelling, shortness of breath, runny nose. So these are the symptoms: skin rash, itching, fever, swelling, shortness of breath, runny nose. Next, classification of hypersensitive reactions based on time taken for reactions. That is immediate, it's very fast, immediately, and delayed hypersensitivity means very late. Classification based on the different mechanism of pathogenesis. So they have based upon pathogenesis, based upon time there have two categories: immediate and delayed hypersensitivity reactions. And based on pathogenesis there have four categories: type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1 is called anaphylactic hypersensitivity or immediate hypersensitivity reactions mediated by IgE antibodies. Type 1 anaphylactic hypersensitivity or immediate hypersensitivity reactions mediated by IgE, immunoglobulin E antibodies, is responsible for that type 1. Type 2 antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity reactions mediated by IgG or IgM. Type 2 antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity reactions mediated by IgG or IgM. Type 3 immunocomplex mediated hypersensitivity reactions. And type 4 delayed type or cell mediated hypersensitivity reactions. So these are the four types: type 1 anaphylactic hypersensitivity or immediate hypersensitivity reactions mediated by IgE antibodies; type 2 antibody dependent cytotoxic hypersensitivity reactions mediated by IgG or IgM; type 3 immunocomplex mediated hypersensitivity; or type 4 delayed type 4 cell mediated hypersensitivity. Next point we will learn about immunostimulant. Immunostimulant, simply the drug or substance which stimulate immune system activity, known as immunostimulant. So here we learn immunostimulants are maintaining the immune system that capable of prevention of microbial infections. Immunostimulation is the stimulation of cells of immune system by metals that do not primarily induce antigen specific reactions. So immunostimulants, so many administrations of drugs or those drugs have capacity or substance have capacity to stimulate immune system activity, known as immunostimulant. Classification: specific immunostimulant and non-specific immunostimulant. Specific immunostimulant provide antigen specificity in immune response such as vaccines or antigen. Non-specific act as irrespective of antigen specificity to augment immune response of other antigen or stimulate component of immune system without antigenic specificity, such as adjuvant and non-specific immunostimulator. And then immunosuppressant. Too much reactivity of immune system, that times immunosuppression or immunosuppression involved reduce the activations or efficiency of immune system. Some portions of immune system itself have immunosuppression effect on other parts of the immune system, and immunosuppressions may occur as an adverse reaction to treatment of other conditions. It is a situation in which the body immune system is intentionally stopped working or made less effective. Example immunosuppression, that is 6-mercaptopurine, azathiopurine, and steroidal drugs also immunosuppressant. So in these sections we learn about what is immune system. Immune system, it protects from diseases. like viral diseases, bacterial diseases, fungal diseases. So this can be protect immune system. This system which protect against diseases, from diseases. Types of immune system: innate immune system and adaptive immune system. Innate means inborn or natural immune system, and adaptive means adapted by administration of vaccines or any other materials. That is adaptive immune system. Then we learn about cellular immunity or humoral immunity. Cellular T cell is responsible for cellular immunity, and humoral immunity beta cells are responsible. T cell cellular immunity system in that doesn't synthesize antibodies, but humoral immune system in that beta cells are stimulate uh, antibodies. Then we learn about MSC molecule, major histocompatibility complex. This identifies self and non-self molecules. Then we also learn about immunoglobulins. There are 5 types of immunoglobulins: IgM, IgD, IgA, IgE, and IgM. So IgM is a primary response showing against any foreign particles. IgG is the only immunoglobulins which crosses the placenta and give passive immunity to the newborn child. Then we learn about hypersensitive reactions, inappropriate immunological response of immune system, that is hypersensitive reactions. Then sign of hypersensitive reaction, that is skin rashes, runny nose, itching, etc. Then we learn about types of hypersensitive reactions on the basis of time. There are 2 types: immediate hypersensitive reactions and delayed hypersensitive reactions. And the last one we learn about immunosuppressants and immunostimulant. Immunostimulant which increase the activity of immune system, and immunosuppressant decrease the activity of immunity system. So thank you, keep reading, keep growing.